Good day, YouTube. Let me show you how I make extra money here and there. I used to do this a lot for every week for over 10 years, but because I've been busy lately, at least the last 3 years, I don't do it often, but let me show you what I'm talking about. What's in the bag? I would say this bag right here is going to bring in at least $250. This is what's in the bag. I go to thrift shops and I buy stuff. For example, this is a Phoenix Suns team issued, most likely game worn shorts that I paid $5 for. Vintage Harley Davidson t-shirt, $1.50. I have two jerseys here and they're both game worn. I've never even heard of them. It's the Denver Outlaws. Everything is sewn. It has the players' names. It even has a light signature here. So there's two of those. U.S. Army W-Cap Wrestling by Nike Kiss shirt. 1980-1981 Bruce Springsteen t-shirt. 1978 Super Bowl Denver Broncos, and I forgot who they played. Paid $2 for this shirt. Vintage Disney shirt. Rare Michael Jordan Air Jordan Nike shirt. Alice Cooper hockey style jersey. Here's what I'll do. I'll put all that stuff on eBay. I'll photograph it tonight. Tomorrow night, on my next evening off, I will put that stuff on eBay. It takes me about an hour. By the time you see this video, you'll see the actual numbers. Maybe $250 is a little bit high, but I spent on all that stuff maybe $30. And I would expect to at least make $200 off of that stuff. I used to do this all the time, but I've been busy. And finding stuff at thrift shops is very tough because it's competitive. However, I find great things for myself, my collection, which I'll show you at the end of this video as well. It is a week later from what you just saw a moment ago. And the auctions on eBay are doing incredibly good. I think you're going to be shocked. There are still hour and a half on some of them, up to about 2 hours. So in the meantime, and you're going to see that in just a moment because all this video is condensed together, but you're going to be shocked, I guarantee you, when I show you the amount of profit. Like I said, I spent about $30. One of these t-shirts, it's a vintage Nike 1980s Air Jordan. I paid $4 for it. Usually I don't pay $4 for a t-shirt unless it's something I know. It's up to $158. Those two jerseys, which are lacrosse, I didn't even know what those were when I saw them, but I saw two of them and my light bulb came on. Saw that they were signed, and I looked it up online when I was at the thrift shop. I paid $6 each. That is up to $202. The rest I won't talk about, but I'll show you at the end. Like I said, I used to do this when I was civil service in the Air Force. It was a good way for me to supplement my income. And on top of that, I liked it. This is what I used to do before YouTube. But then it got very competitive, where I'd go to thrift shops and I wouldn't find a lot of stuff. That's okay, because I still find stuff for myself, for our home. My wife loves thrift shops as well, so we like that. Anyway, it's like a treasure hunt. I may be going back to doing this in 2018 because I'll be home in Colorado Springs often, every night. Like I said, I don't do this often because I'm real busy. I rather spend my time making YouTube videos, and I'm not finding things. So in just a moment, you are going to see the final sales, and I will show it to you. What am I going to do with this money? If I had debt, I would take my wife out to a good dinner, and then the rest I'd apply towards the debt. We don't have debt, so a 4-day weekend is right around the corner. September 1st through the 4th, it is Labor Day. And my wife and I are going to go to Taos, New Mexico. We already have a reservation. We're driving. It's about 3.5 hours from our home. And I said, you know what? Let's have a blast. And this money that I wasn't even expecting to get is going to pay for our Taos trip. We're going to be there for 3 days. And so stay tuned. In just a moment, I'm going to show you how much these items ended for. So far, I put 10 things up. 10 items, and out of those 10 things, as of right now, 6 of them have bids. The other ones don't, but all of them except for one have a watcher. All I need is one of those watchers to put a bid. And like I said, I used to do this for a long time, that people pay. Yes, once in a while you'll have an individual that doesn't, but then you can go to the second highest bidder if you want, or you can dispute it. So eBay takes care of us, the seller, just like they take care of the buyer. I'm down to the last 2 minutes. It is 8:49 p.m., 8 August. One item left. 2 minutes, and no people interested in it. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share with you how much I sold in a week as we wrap up. That last thing's not going to sell, which is okay, it happens. Out of 10 things that I listed, 6 of them sold. 4 of them didn't. Now, I have to be careful what I show you here because it has the people's information, but I don't want you to think that I'm just making something up. So I'm going to mask. And for example, that vintage Harley Davidson shirt sold for $46. They already paid. Phoenix Suns sold for $31. Alice Cooper jersey, $34. Super Bowl t-shirt, $30. Denver Outlaws, 2 jerseys. I paid $6 each, sold for $202 total. I spent $12 on that. I didn't even know what that was. Vintage blue tag Air Jordan t-shirt. I spent $4. Most likely it's sold for $206. Combined, $550.10. That's the exception. But here's what you have to remember. When I go to thrift shops, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm a sports and music enthusiast. I collect that stuff. The example of the game-worn Denver Outlaws jerseys, which is lacrosse, I saw one shirt with the sewn logos, passed it. Was going through the shirts. And then I saw another one and I was like, wait a minute, what is this? Because it had a different number, a different name. So I always have my phone with me. I looked them up. Worst case scenario, I spent $6 each, 12 total, and I'm stuck with them. That's okay. There's a way that I'll sell them. I wasn't expecting $202.50. That's how I make extra money. Again, I don't do this often now because I'm busy, but I do plan on doing this again when I get back to Colorado Springs.